Okay, we have our attendance.
Trustee Hood here.
Trustee Barra,
Yes,
or board member. I should
yeah,
say.
zoning board of appeals member Valerie
All
Milliken.
right. All right, Article 2, pledge allegiance.
Where's the flag?
Right there. Hidden in the corner.
Good. Thank you. Guess we'll move on this flag. Yes. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Nice.
We'll have the flag moved by B&G.
Thank you.
Got a little field trip.
Yep.
All right. All right, we need a motion to approve today's agenda.
A motion to approve the agenda.
I will support.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? None. Do we have any conflict of interest with regards to today's case?
No.
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 Okay. Article 5, approve the minutes for May 13th, 2025. Do we have a motion to do so?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the May 25 or May 13 meeting.
I will support.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Do we have any visitors wishing to speak at this point? Okay. Article 7, case number 25-3895.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I don't. Yeah. You can just go ahead and start.
All right, so the request in front of you today is for 8751 Cascade Road. So this is going to be seeking a variance for a reduced front yard setback off Cascade Road. We'll get this pulled up here in a second so you can take a look at it. But the lot in question is a corner lot, so it does have frontages on both Cascade Road to the south and then Quiggle Avenue to the east. It currently has a single family dwelling on the property, and there is an existing detached accessory building, which is currently located in what we consider to be the front yard. Current zoning ordinance does not allow for accessory structures in the front yard. However, there are some provisions that allow for an exception to that. Under section 17.03 of the zoning ordinance, there are some provisions that allow it. And at the August 4th Planning Commission, it was found that the property did meet this criteria, so they were approved to construct an accessory structure in the front yard. However, the requirement of this provision does state that it still needs to meet the front yard setback requirement for that property. So therefore, the Planning Commission did make it a condition of their approval that a variance be obtained for a reduction in the front yard setback off Cascade Road. So I'm gonna pull this site. I think I keep going on. Just zoom in a little bit, maybe.
So this has a creek running through this lot?
Correct.
Yep, so there is a stream running kind of from the northwest corner of the property down to the southwest or northeast corner to the southwest corner of the property. And there is trees and a lot of vegetation in the north and south of the creek as well. So the applicant is proposing to demolish the existing accessory structure that's on the property in the front yard currently. As you can kind of see on the site plan here, that's indicated in that solid black line. And then the proposed location of the new accessory structure is in that dotted line there, that dotted rectangle. So the new building that they're proposing will be set back 10 feet farther from the existing accessory structure. So it would put it in line with the house, which is currently 36.2 feet off the property line. Because Cascade Road is an arterial street, the minimum setback requirement is 50 feet. So therefore the applicant's asking for 13.8 foot reduction to the required setback minimum in order to place that building in this location. I won't go over all the staff comments within the staff report, but I will highlight just a couple that you guys might want to deliberate on as you make your decision. The first is that the ZBA is going to want to decide if the requested variance is the minimal variance that will make it possible for the reasonable use of the structure. It appears that the proposed location of the detached accessory structure is to be placed in one of the few buildable portions of the property. It does seem possible that there could be with some grading, they might be able to place it a little further back. However, the applicant has raised concerns over the location of the septic pump north of the proposed building location, as well as they've cited some issues with bad flooding due to clay soil and water runoff throughout most of the year as well. If located 50 feet off Cascade Road, should be noted the new building would still not be located closer to the stream than the home currently sits. But elements of the existing septic system would likely need to be relocated. And lastly, the applicant's is not requesting a larger building than is usually enjoyed by other property owners in that area. They're requesting a structure with a 552 square foot footprint, which is less than many of the other accessory structures in that district. The other thing the ZBA may want to deliberate on tonight is whether or not complying with the ordinance presents any practical difficulty. In this case, a practical difficulty may exist largely due to the elements unique to the property that have not been created by the applicant, such as the multiple frontages, the location of the stream running through the property, as well as some of the wetland soil that exists. And the ZBA should deliberate and determine if the potential for flooding and runoff described by the applicant and the potential need for additional grading creates a practical difficulty in placing the structure in somewhere that would be complying. So with that, I'd be willing to answer any questions that the ZBA may have.
Have you received any comments from neighbors?
Not for this request. At the planning commission, I believe there was trustee Nordyke spoke as a resident. Trying to remember exactly what his comments were. Yeah, generally just in support of the proposal. So
Okay. Do we have any the applicant here that would like to speak?
I'm not an applicant, I'm a neighbor.
Come up to the podium, please, and state your name and address.
I live 2 houses down, Lou, Dan Grewatts.
Well, yes.
Good to see you. I live 2 houses down and I'm familiar with the property.
Your name and address.
Dan Grewatts, GRZYWACZ, 8683 Cascade Road. So I'm 2 houses down. I'm familiar with the property. It's a beautiful property. I will tell you, my personal opinion is that this will be an improvement to the property. It will not be a hindrance to any sightage on Cascade Road. There is room for this improvements. And I just think that it would be a smart move. Environmental, I don't know. That's not my area. But as far as aesthetics and conforming to the community, I think this would fit in nicely. So.
Great, thank you.
Yep.
Any other comments?
I don't really have any comments, but if you have any questions, I can
What's your
answer.
name and address?
Dan Wilder, 8751. So we've never actually met. That's what it is. That's what happens when you have big wooded fronts and are outdoors doing yard work most of the time. So, but yeah, if there's any questions, we don't have access on the left side or frontage anywhere back where there is acreage there because of the driveway next to us, and it's a glacial like till valley. So both the sides are pretty chock full of rocks on both sides. So, and then the creek does flood almost up to the deck area sometimes in the spring and winter melt for yeah. So
You've got a few driveways coming off that, I'm gonna call it
Sure.
the south side. To those, what it's just a circle?
it's just a circle.
Okay.
It's basically, I think they took the fill from when they built the house in 72 and made the berm.
Okay.
Because it, once again, is mostly rocks and a little bit of dirt.
Okay.
Covered in bark now, so, yeah.
I just wanna make sure there are
Yeah.
entry points.
Yeah, no, they just made it a circle drive, and then the little, and the main reason that we went down this road to begin with is, when we bought the house in 18, they didn't have a key for the shed. So when we got there, we discovered that the white pine that's behind it, that's quite big, had been ripping up the concrete for a while. So most of it's pretty trashed in there. It's probably gaps about this big. So you either have the option, and it's an original shed structure from 72. So we would match it to the same wood if we did get the, make everything look the same. So, yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Does staff have a recommendation?
I believe our recommendation was to approve the request, and we do have a couple of sample motions for you guys in the packet too.
When
Any
this came-
discussion?
Yeah, when this came to us at the planning commission, I think it was already pre-existing, right? They're tearing it down, they're making it nicer. It really wasn't visible. We would have approved it, but we don't want to set the precedent, so we kicked it to you guys just to, because that's how it should be, right? So, I mean, I don't think any of us really had an issue with it.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Do we have a motion for approval?
Oh, yeah, we have a public hearing.
Excuse me.
Motion to open public meeting or hearing.
Second,
All those in favor?
aye. Well, that was the applicant.
Okay.
Anybody wishing to speak?
Okay. We have a motion to close.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
All right.
So,
Discussion.
I mean. You good?
I'm good.
Okay.
There's a,
Yeah.
a big circumstance here that normally isn't on a corner lot. Yeah, I'm good. I think I'm willing to make a motion to approve case number 25-3895 for the 8751 Cascade Road for their variance of 13.8 feet to the south property line front yard setback for the construction of an accessory building.
We have a second.
I'll second.
I'll support.
All
Or
those
you
in-
can support, that's fine.
I'll support.
All right. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Awesome.
Thank you for coming and,
All right.
and giving your opinion too, because we like to hear the input from the neighbors, so thank you.
All right. Do we have any other business?
I don't believe we do. Is there?
Do we have anything for next month?
No, I was just gonna actually open that up because that would be a good thing to know in other business.
I have a quick comment.
Okay.
I really liked the structure of the report today. I thought it was really nicely laid out, beautifully done.
Nice.
Awesome.
But at this point.
Very clear, to the point, concise, accurate, all the
Awesome.
above.
We do have another item actually on 10/14 that's coming up. It's a little bit, something that you don't handle very often. We're actually handling an administrative appeal of a decision that was made by staff. So we'll give you more details, but there was a PUD that was approved back in, I believe, 2022. There was some language in that PUD that said that in order to give out the final C of O, all of the landscaping had to be complete. The builder had completed the building. We actually, repealed that C of O, went back to the builder and said, hey, wait a minute, we just talked to the association. You haven't done everything you were supposed to do. We came up with kind of a punch list. We had them do those things. There was some debate where the neighborhood association wanted us, or the condo association wanted us to do certain things. We are bound by the PUD language on what we can require. The neighborhood association didn't feel like we required enough before we reissued the C of O. So there will be an appeal from that, I say neighborhood association, but it would be condo association. There's appeal from the representative for that condo association on the decision that we made to reissue the C of O. So we'll provide all the facts. I'll do the report. Ryan wrote, the letter. So then you'll have to make the determination based on, what was provided, based on our ordinance, based on the document, whether you don't agree with our decision. And then issue a new decision. So it's a little bit different. It'll be a little bit more, detailed of a staff review. If it gets to the point where you have a lot of questions, we'll try to get it out early. If you have a lot of questions, we can always bring our attorney to make sure that they kind of explain this, because it's a little bit different than.
He
you
always
would.
clears things.
Will representatives be here from the
Yes.
condo association?
Yeah, they will.
And so the issue was, you issued the CNO even though some of the work was not finished?
It was, we found that what was required by the PUD to reissue the C of O was complete. They planted all the trees we asked them to plant. What were the other requirements that I can't remember what else we had to
There's
do.
pavilion on site that,
Had
Is
the-
this
have the right-
the swimming pool, the one with the swimming pool in the back? Is that,
Nope, that's Round Hill. Are we talking about Round Hill?
there was another one with landscaping, but this
Oh,
obviously is a different.
yeah, yeah. I don't remember that there's any. This one is the lanterns. So we'll provide you with the original approval, our letters that we submitted, there was multiple conversations that went back and forth between us and the developer that, we felt that what they had provided was sufficient to reissue the CFO based on the language of
Was
the.
there an escrow for the work that wasn't completed?
There actually is, and we still hold that escrow.
Okay.
I believe. Did we issue the escrow back? I believe that we do have some, it wasn't adequate for the landscaping that was required. I mean, that's one of the problems that we've noticed in previous administration. I think it's like $12,000. So it was 9,000, yeah. So obviously you can't plan to whole 18-unit PUD with $9,000 for landscaping. But we did, I mean, I think even the neighborhood or the condo association finds that the plantings are sufficient. I can't remember actually.
haven't heard any complaints since the new plantings were.
I don't think there's anything, in the actual appeal that,
So we'll have a lively one
It's-
then next month.
I don't know. I mean, obviously we support our decision and it's
Sure.
a little bit different. It was really that we didn't require that they put a sign in that said the lanterns. That was their biggest complaint. And then they wanted us to require that there was electrical wiring ran to the pavilion, which is not really something that was in the approval. So we have a hard time like negotiating with somebody and saying like, hey, we're now talking to this person and you got approved for this, but we want you to do this because they want you to. Like it just doesn't work like that. As much as we encourage them to do it, we don't have any teeth to require that. So,
Okay,
yeah.
any other business like that?
No, that's it. That's it. The agenda for that is closed, so we'll have that one item, and I think after that, we don't have a meeting. I forget what happened in November, but we did decide to cancel the November meeting, so we'll meet on October 14, and then our next scheduled meeting is 12/9. So we'll be all
That'll our
festive.
Christmas meeting.
Yeah, Christmas cookies all around.
All right,
Love it.
well,
Cool.
do we have a motion to adjourn or do we need a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor?
Ah.
Aye.